Hey guys, Omerko here, self-taught web developer. I just released my new course on Udemy for Bootstrap 5 technology, and this course is the complete guide of it. If you wish to watch this course, make sure to click the link down in the description where you will get 87% off on the price. Make sure to do that fast, as the link will be only available for the next 5 days. You should know that if you would enroll on my course here, you would take a look into every feature, every component and every utility that Bootstrap 5 has to offer. And on top of that, you will also create real-life projects using a Bootstrap 5. But as I said, all of this video will be specific for 10 different HTML and CSS frameworks like Bootstrap is. So let's start with this video. So I will first start this video with Bootstrap. Bootstrap is probably most popular HTML and CSS framework out there. It will support its own stylings, utilities, features, components, widgets and much more. Today we can often see Bootstrap themes and templates that are being integrated into big scale applications for, well, easier UI control for those applications. Bootstrap was developed by Twitter developers, and its name next to Bootstrap is also Twitter Bootstrap. Up until now we saw 5 versions of Bootstrap. 4th version of Bootstrap came with the biggest changes, but now the 5th version just improved on it. From my perspective, every front-end developer should devote some time to learn Bootstrap, as it will only help through the career. Zurb Foundation is definitely next in the line, as it is the framework for any device, medium and accessibility. Today, Zurb Foundation is known as the strongest alternative to Bootstrap, and it is used by big companies like Amazon, eBay, Adobe and others. Zurb Foundation also have a feature called Foundation for Emails, which is a framework to code well responsive HTML5 emails. I would also like to mention Skeleton as a framework. It is highly lightweight framework and it is quite popular today because of its fluid grid. The newer versions of Skeleton evolved and also adopted mobile first approach, similarly as Bootstrap has. Skeleton is definitely a good alternative to Bootstrap, but only if you wish to build something small and also straightforward, so you don't need to mess with all these big frameworks. Bulma is a bit newer framework, but even though it's a newer framework, it didn't stop its popularity. Bulma will support you with different components and also code examples for any kind of website that you can think about. It will also come with different variety of colors, and today it is known as the most beautiful web framework out there. The only downside of Bulma is that it doesn't support any JavaScript, so no such cool widgets from Bulma. But it will support something called Bulma extensions, so we could install those and use those, so we can use JavaScript from there. Pure or PureCSS is a framework which will support obviously bunch of CSS modules. It is also a lightweight framework like Skeleton is, and it will definitely help us in, responsive view. It is named PureCSS because it will only support CSS, but from it we can expect features like grid systems, menus, forms, buttons and different CSS components. Bootflat is open source framework and it is also built on a Bootstrap 3 version. It is built to help developers to create their own stunning web designs, whole web applications, and also to faster and easier work with front-end technology without any repetition. It supports also multiple different color schemes and also every component that we can see today in our web. As Bootstrap 3 is, Bootflat is also a mobile first framework as well. Now about Materialize. It is a modern responsive front-end framework, and it is based only on material design from Google itself, which means that it is definitely quite advanced framework, but it is also, easy to use as Bootstrap is. So if you are someone that likes to use material design, this is definitely a framework for you. It will include all the goods from material design, like including Sass mixins, drag out mobile menu, card designs, animations, ripple animations, and much more. It can also support you with whole code chunks, code examples for entire website, so you can pick and choose from those as well. Now regarding Cardinal. Cardinal is a CSS framework that will give you high performance, scalability and maintainability. It is a mobile-first framework, as well all modern frameworks are, but it is much easier to build and scale applications with this framework. Today, with its latest support, it will also support all modern browsers like Google, Mozilla Firefox, Safari and others. As I mentioned, its approach is also mobile-first and it is a perfect alternative to Bootstrap. Now to talk a bit about Groundwork CSS. Groundwork is another responsive, lightweight and obviously flexible front-end framework. It will allow developers to build their own scalable web applications and it can be easily configured for their own use case. The whole framework was built by using Sass and Compass, so basically that is why we can customize it as we wish. And also it will support us with customization with headings, text blocks and much more. Now a bit different framework. Tailwind. Tailwind is only paid framework on this list. But why do I wish to mention it? Because it is probably the most advanced HTML and CSS framework out there. Tailwind as a framework is highly customizable. It will also have a lot of examples, components, and also it will have all those advanced settings like dark and light mode for your applications. In their documentation you have a lot of options. One of those options is this playground. Playground itself will give you the examples of whole code chunks. And on top of that, you can modify their own examples as you wish. One thing also to mention here while the Tailwind CSS is so advanced framework, because it can be easily installed and used in all leading, frameworks today like Vue, React, Next, and others as well. Just to remind you, I just published my Bootstrap 5 The Complete Guide course on Udemy. And with it, you will get more than 10 hours worth of content. Through that content, you will learn every feature, every utility, and every component that Bootstrap 5 has to offer, and all of that while creating a real-life project. So, if you wish to enroll to this course, make sure to click the link down below in the description, where you will get 87% off on the price on this course. But also make sure to be quick, because the link itself will last only for next 5 days. This will be all for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please click like and subscribe as I'm posting new content weekly. Thank you once again and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.